The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
First down. Handoff, Elliott plowing to the goal line. Barry, sacked by Lawrence. Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now, your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrick Walker, and Kyle Yeomans.
It's time for a Say It With Your Chest Friday here on Talking Cowboys. Where's the chest pounding, Isaiah?
Oh, I did it before I came in, Kyle.
No, I don't care. Do it when we're on the air.
Before I came in.
Do it when we're on the air.
No, Kyle.
No,
I already
no.
did you mind?
What are you doing?
No.
This is a divisional round week.
Yeah, I did it
Our
before I came.
listeners deserve to hear.
They didn't hear when I was coming in, Kyle?
No, they didn't.
You didn't hear the Jumanji drums?
No.
You're letting us all down.
This is terrible.
You want the peculating pectorals?
You've got to be on your A game, and you were on your F game.
Oh, no. I'm
F
I'm ahead of
minus,
the band.
bro. No,
I'm
you're
ahead
not.
of the band.
No, you're
I
not.
am the police escort. You're the doggone bus, okay? The police escort goes first. The bus comes in after. You don't see the bus until you hear the police escort.
And none of that makes it on the air for a television broadcast. So either way, nobody gets to see that side of it.
Beamer, you got this mic turned up?
There you go. Come on up. Ready?
There it is.
There it is. Thank you. All right. Say it with your chest Friday here on Talking Cowboys. We've got Isaiah Stanback, Patrick Nosey Walker. I'm Kyle Yeomans, Chris Beam in the back, running it as always. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Fantastic.
Go.
You feel better now?
I feel good, man. You know what I'm not happy about?
What are you not
I'm
happy
mad at
about?
Deion Sanders.
Why?
Yes, I
What
like
crime do
Deion
you?
Sanders. No, I mean, you know what he did to me?
What did he do
He
to
joined
you?
my conference.
Colorado.
Yeah, he joined my conference, and now he's on, got TV shows and recruiting and stealing recruits and all that.
Yeah, he just signed it, or he got a 5-star commitment.
I just don't care for
yesterday.
him right now. I'll tell him. When I talk to him, I see him. I tell him, hey, listen here.
Shook it?
They lucky they don't have to play us this year.
Oh.
Yeah, but
They're not on the schedule.
I'm not really feeling him right now. I appreciate him. I'm not feeling him today.
Man's doing his thing.
Who knew that primetime was going to be the first one we talked about today?
I mean, he's a Cowboy. We can talk about
Well, that
it.
was clearly something that was on IRS's mind. He had to get that off his
I had to get it
chest.
off my chest, man.
He's talking with somebody across
If
the hall.
you didn't
kind of
force him
getting
to pound
into
his
it.
chest, then it wouldn't have come off of his chest.
You're the man. Thank you so much.
Ian King.
Wow.
We got a nice
The
little
man behind
delivery?
the
Special
man
delivery
behind
for
social
Ian.
media right there.
Wow.
one of the
You're
guys that
getting
has
food
all the
delivered?
copy.
You're getting food delivered, Kyle.
So funny story. I was standing in there for 15 minutes waiting for this food to get ready, and I never got it. And Ian was behind me in line, and he was kind enough to take it.
I was a witness. I saw
me.
you waiting in line.
I was waiting. I was sitting there.
You were early. That's the earliest I've ever
I was
seen you in there.
real early.
You were excited about it.
I know. I was ready for it, but
should
I've got it now, so that's good.
We
All
hear
you did
you,
in a
sire.
commercial break.
Sure,
Ooh,
sire.
it smells phenomenal.
I hear you, sire.
All right, let's do
Honor.
some news and notes, shall we? Let's get into what the Cowboys did back on the practice field yesterday.
Yes,
Got another
indeed.
injury report. Not a whole lot of changes though.
No. Absolutely only one change, as a matter of fact. Quentin Bohanna was added to the injury report, but no panic or concern there, ladies and gentlemen. Take a breath. Cubo, though added to the injury report, he was a full participant in yesterday's practice. So that's one of those things where he was listed with a knee, same knee issue he's been kind of battling, so they have to list it. But the fact that he participated fully is a great sign. And yesterday was not a walkthrough on Thursday. That was a full actual practice. Everyone else was the same designation as the day before. J-Ron Curse, I know that there was a report out there that he had been ruled out. Obviously, that was erroneous. He was limited in practice again on Thursday. The Cowboys have not made any decisions whatsoever on J-Ron Curse. Speaking with Curse earlier this week, he said that he's 100% in for this game. Obviously, the coaches and the medical staff and the training staff can override that, but as it stands, he's still trending towards being on the field, which would be huge for the Cowboys. DeMarcus Lawrence limited, which is no different from what he's been. Israel Mukuamu, again, full practice, not downgraded from the full practice on Wednesday. Great news. Trayvon Mullen also full. So no other changes. Jason Peters still did not participate. And you asked yesterday if I am of the belief that Peters takes the field. I am not of that belief. I believe that he misses.
Okay.
Obviously, we'd love to have him out there, but I think the Cowboys are already planning for what they'll do in the absence of Jason Peters. And Teron Smith, he was on the injury report, but another full participant. So no real concerns there. I mean, the only one to really look at, I think the expectation at this point is Peters misses. But they can win this game without Peters. They just have to work the jumbo package if they want to still get that integrated for the 49ers. Jaron Kearse, that's the one that you want to keep an eye on. So it's promising that he was a limited participant in both. I would have given him what I call my Micah treatment. I would have DMP, see you on Sunday. But they're, limited, and we'll see what today is for him and what his game designation is. I think that they're going to put him as questionable, and then he'll have practice on Saturday, and they'll make the determination then. But speaking with Kearse says he's all in. Let's see if the coaching staff and the training staff agrees.
That's good. I mean, having him on the backside of the defense is massive, just to be able to rely on that, because then it allows Donovan Wilson to play free. It allows for Malik Hooker to roam the skies. I mean, there's so many different ways that Jaron Kearse can open up things, especially in a game where you're facing one of the top tight ends. Absolutely. I feel like we haven't really even talked a whole lot about George Kittle and the type of impact he could play on this ball game, because we're talking about Debo and McCaffrey and Brandon Ayuk. George Kittle is going to be a problem. He has always been a problem.
He's a game wrecker.
And you need Jaron Kearse to be not only active, but you need him to be healthy and ready to go, Isaiah, if they're going to have any shot at slowing him down.
Yeah, I mean, he's, in my opinion, he's the best tight end in the league. Just hands down. This dude's a full tight end. He's put
him over Kelsey.
I would say it's them two in a class by themselves.
Slim
I put him over Kelsey.
Margin.
This is some margin. I think Kelsey is probably a better receiver, but I think that not by much. I think Kittle is right there with Kelsey in terms of the catchability and catch radius, but I think that Kittle is a more physical run blocker.
That's fair. I was just curious because my answer is going to be Kittle or Kelsey, depending on what time of the day you ask
that's
me.
One too. That's one too. I mean, I'm not going to turn either one of those guys
right. That's
down.
what I'm saying.
But I would give Kittle the edge. If I was going to start a roster, I would put Kittle on there because I can go downhill and block with him. I can have him in pass protection, and I can route you up with him. So he's an entire old school traditional.
Problem,
absolutely. But I mean, evolution has happened, right? So you take the tight end position, take a Shannon Sharp, and you make him faster. I don't know about stronger. Shannon Sharp's still pretty darn strong, but you make him faster, right? And that's what you get. You get a Kittle, and so he's to your point, he's an absolute problem. I definitely need Kearse being out there practice, working his footwork, because that's not a position that you can just show up and just say, okay, I'm good to go today, and everything's going to be fine. My timing's right, my footwork's right, my getting out of my breaks is right. No, you need the work on the field if you're going to step up and challenge a man of his caliber.
What'll be interesting is in the event Jaron Kearse can't go, and again, he's trending towards going, but we won't know until we know. But just for the sake of conversation, in the event that he can't go, or if he goes and has a setback in that game and has to be pulled, what would the rotation be? Israel Mukuamu did magnificent work as a big slot, but he's also a safety on this roster, so I think he'd drop back and be that Jaron Kearse role, which means you're probably seeing a game where they don't make Nahshon Wright inactive. I think this is a game where you have to have Nahshon Wright available in the event that Kearse suffers some kind of setback or isn't able to go. So it'd be curious to see if Mukuamu, seeing how he excelled in big slot, if he would have that same type of success in that hybrid role that Kearse provides. But you also have Marquise Bell, who Dan Quinn tasks in that role. However, and the reason you're shaking your head is likely for what I'm about to say. Rookie game of this nature against Kyle Shanahan, that's the rabbit that Kyle Shanahan is looking for. Defensively, the name of the game is hide the rabbit. Constantly keep these matchups changing if you can. I would lock in Jaron Kearse on George Kittle, but everyone else, you got to keep them moving around so Kyle Shanahan can't find the quote-unquote weak point. Spot, If Marquise Bell is on the field, not to say Marquise is a weak point, but he's the rookie.
Yeah, he's inexperienced.
Yeah, so don't try to avoid identifying the rabbit for Kyle Shanahan.
I think it's so weird that you're bringing up the rabbit. Today is Chinese New Year, and it's the year of the rabbit, the way. Yeah. Very interesting.
Like it.
That
wasn't even intentional.
I know. It's completely just by chance.
It's cosmic science is what that is. That's cosmic science.
Which two defensive linemen do you sit? You sat the big fellas last week.
You had Bohanna and Gallimore.
You sat them last week. Do you sit them this week?
Probably.
This is an offense in the San Francisco 49ers that love to attack the edges more than they love to attack the A and B. So
if that's the case, I would maybe want Gallimore in there because he's side to side more so than a lot of those other guys.
So then I wouldn't sit Chauncey for
and I wouldn't sit Chauncey
either. So then that's
either.
the question of who would you sit?
So what two guys are you sitting?
Well, I'd say
need
Cubo
internal
because you
pressure.
got
And I don't want to sit Carlos
Internal-
Watkins either because he's played decent.
He's
To
doing
your
his
point,
thing.
and this is a hard discussion, right? That's why I
Yeah,
brought
it
it
is.
up.
That's tough.
The external run, yes, you're absolutely correct. They want to get to the edges, but if you have internal pressure, you disrupt their ability to get to the external.
Very true. But now, since that
Are you
said, with
gonna get-
Hankins back, I'm fine with Cubo being inactive. So the only question is, who's the other -1 to +1? Because I'm not.
Are you
going to
get internal pressure though with Chauncey or not Chauncey Golston, but maybe Chauncey Golston or Jonathan Hankins was who I was trying to say.
Hankins got you a sack
Hankins was
against Tom
living in
Brady,
the backfield before he got hurt.
and he got you a sack against Tom Brady.
He's
And-
mostly a stay there guy.
And you're
Mostly, but he
can get back
gets
there.
back.
you're
I
most
think
definitely
Osa's your guy that's
I was
going to
gonna
give
say
you
you're
internal
not sitting
pressure.
Osa at
Yeah, but
all.
prior
Osa
to Hankins
is
getting
that
hurt,
dude.
Hankins was literally living 2 to 3 yards in the backfield.
No, you're right because he wasn't getting pushed backwards, and he was for the most part pushing against. He did get a sack last
So
week,
who is
so that's
it's
fair.
Neville versus whom in your eyes? Because I think that's the conversation.
Probably Chauncey. It's probably those two, and I would rather have Chauncey. Chauncey's played better.
Chauncey's trending upward.
Yeah,
So
I would rather have Golston out there. So
it's a fantastic
that's a
problem
tough
to
question.
have. It's a good problem to have, and it's a problem the Cowboys have that most teams don't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a very good question. It's a conversation that they're going to have, but I just think it's going to end up being what it was.
Curse being back there and being healthy. Do you still think Izzy Mukwamu is the big slot like he was last week?
Yes.
Or do you think he maybe rotates in to avoid Curse getting hurt at safety if he rolls through and maybe there's a little rotation
play
there,
safe ball.
out there?
You can't play safe ball. You got to go out there and
Okay.
leave it all on the table. And hopefully guys escape healthy. And if not, have your contingency plan for if that's the case. But you can't go out there playing, insurance ball, for lack of a better way
Yeah.
to say.
The one positive I like
not
about
against this
the
team,
bail
not on
option
this stage.
is I want to, if I was a coach, I would really want to lean in and force the physicality aspect of this game.
And he's physical.
And he's physical.
He likes to come down and hit.
Your most physical safety. Just call it what it is. Next to Wilson.
So is this a big game to Dono then? For Donovan Wilson?
I need Dono to
What I say yesterday.
Yeah.
What I say yesterday. Dono. D-O-N-O.
Ramp it up.
Yeah.
What I say yesterday. That's going
Can't say the things we used to say back in the day.
Dono is the guy that can.
Because we're on air?
No, not even just that. It's just a more sensitive world nowadays.
Oh.
Fair.
But back in the day, we would say night-night.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's
I'm
what
picking
Dono
up
needs.
What you're putting down.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, Dono has the potential to be one of the key deciders of this game. I mean, if deployed how I hope he will be deployed, he can be the one to give Purdy hell and just have him back there.
I'm not even talking about Purdy.
I am.
I know you're talking about Purdy. I know that's. I'm gonna leave that up to the front seven. I want our safeties and our linebackers, when these guys want to run the ball, when they want to catch the ball over the middle, that's what they like to do.
Yep.
Right? They want Purdy over the middle.
Shallow
You guys-
Dono's
crossers,
making
whip routes.
Yeah, all that stuff. You guys
Yep.
check out film room, check out special
Dono's
edition.
a
You guys
missile.
listen up. When that thing comes across the middle, they need to feel it.
Yeah, Dono's a
They
missile.
need to feel it so much so, even if they catch it, even if they catch the first one, right? Even if they reel it in, okay, first down, cool. All right, but you felt that. Get up slow. They're gonna get up slow, okay? And I need them thinking about that the next time they come
Gator
across the middle,
arms.
because that's when you start getting them gator arms. That's when you start. That's when they start popping the head, little Miles Austin looking away right before the ball comes in, like all that.
Yeah.
So just as much as you can rattle Purdy by getting in his face, you can absolutely rattle the wide receiving core by getting in their face.
Absolutely. Who likes to be hit?
Right,
When
wide
they're
receivers
not
by
looking.
default are already wary. Yeah, wide receivers by default are already wary of going across the middle, catching passes across the middle because they're defenseless. And you have the rule and everything, but still, I mean, the wood can still be laid. And if you get hands on them and you hit them like a Donovan Wilson can hit them, then on that very next play, a few sequences later, I promise you, they're going to be that much more aware of that happening, which takes their focus off of catching the ball.
Yeah.
You get gator arm
Imagine-
syndrome. You hear footsteps.
Imagine if Dallas took the approach of Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Love me some Dan Campbell.
I love me some Dan Campbell.
Talking about straight
So what
heat.
Yeah, so roster-wise,
Yeah.
Detroit should not be able to keep up with Dallas.
No.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Nor
But they-
Green Bay.
But they did. Why?
Because they came with the physicality.
The physicality. They out-physical Dallas. They were lighting Dallas up.
No doubt.
Everybody who touched the ball was getting your kneecaps taken out, was getting your head taken off, your chest
And it wasn't
cavity.
just Dallas; it was the whole back half of their schedule.
Absolutely, but
They all did that.
But they. I'm turning in terms of Dallas.
Dallas
like,
was good enough to weather the
Cats
storm.
was doing handstands on their head and everything like that. Like it was, them cats was bringing it.
Yeah.
Because of that, your guys are less effective. Your guys are now hesitant. Now you guys are now questioning. You guys are now they're now taking extra steps in their routes instead of they're tiptoeing it, right?
You said it earlier this week. Make them question their strength.
Listen up, absolutely.
Make them question it.
So I would like to see that enforcement.
Yeah, give me
because you're going to give up yards.
I'll place that order.
Yards are going to be there.
Yards are going to be
there. You did it against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay had plenty of
They're
yards.
going to get yards. So guess what? When they get those yards, tee off on them. I don't want to see nobody getting pushed out of bounds. Hit them cats out of bounds. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. With Deebo Samuel and his size over the middle of the field, who's best to hit him, though?
Everybody.
But I want a name.
I know,
Give
Kyle.
me a name. Is it Dono?
Donovan Wilson.
Is he big enough to hit 225 like that?
Donovan
he don't care.
Punches above his weight.
Reckless abandonment.
He punches above his weight.
I agree.
So my answer is yes.
Who else outside of Dono could lay the hammer on a Debo over the middle?
Everybody could. I want to see DC. I feel like
if LVE squares him up.
LVE. I don't.
If
LVE is big enough, but I haven't seen LVE bring that out. I haven't seen
That's
it to
because
date.
he's not often able to square up.
I haven't seen LVE bring that out.
He did it earlier in the year. He hasn't done it lately.
I've never seen LVE light somebody up. I've seen him tackle.
He's a right place, right time guy.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not capable. I'm just saying I haven't seen it.
He also doesn't.
It's
he's also not tasked with playing downhill.
Yeah,
That's why he doesn't get opportunities to
his
square
style.
up.
That's
Like
not his
Donovan
style.
gets to square up when he's not on the blitz.
Very much so.
He gets to see what's in front of him and then say attack.
But Donald, that's
Fire.
innately in him.
Fire.
It's innately in him to come up and lay the hammer.
Yeah, he's a
that's his
heat-seeking
thing.
missile.
Yeah,
That's what he
his
is.
Thing. He's not the best
He's a
tackler.
young Barry Church. I see.
Right. He's a freak. He's coming up. He's trying to.
He's a young Barry. That's what
Exactly.
Barry. He's a young Barry Church.
Absolutely.
Barry Church was a teeth rattler.
Absolutely. That's what you want. So I'm looking forward to
I like
seeing
that term.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that on play-by-play at
I'm
some
gonna have a
point.
mouthpiece in.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
But I honestly,
chalk down over
I
there.
think we're still seeing glimpses of Barr, and we're still seeing glimpses of Damone Clark. One, Barr, I think he's still saving some in the tank.
Think so?
I think he's still holding some in the
He
tank.
looked damn good against the Bucs.
Yes, he did. But you saw the physicality step up.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, no, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. So,
I'm agreeing.
but I still think he's reserving some. I think he could lay the hat. That's 255 pounds.
Now that's
a lot.
That's
a grown
a dude.
man. DC, Damone Clark. I think Damone Clark is still.
buddy.
I still think that he's playing careful ball. I still think that he's tiptoeing as carefully as he
can
can,
absolutely not
trying
get
not
held
to
off.
make mistakes as a rookie. I want to see him unleashed. What happens when you take a player like that and you allow them to have some positive PTSD, okay, where they go out there and they hit somebody and it's like, ooh, that's right, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's okay.
kind of like a running back in the early season. If you get that first hit,
Yeah.
you kind of get that first physicality, that snap of the finger, and then it's like, oh, now I'm ready. I'm back. Here we go.
Now you're
Same
looking for
thing with a rookie in the NFL. That first blow up, that first
and you see the
big old
response
hit.
from your teammates. You see the response from the sideline. Like, that's important. Those are the two guys that I'm looking at. They're like, hey,
I'm with that.
They're both going to be at that second level. There's going to be a lot of guys coming at them. Kittle's going to be coming at him. Ayuk's going to be coming at him, right? Freaking McCaffrey's going to be coming at him on little one-step slant routes if you don't come up and press him when he decides to come in a short split. All those guys are going to be coming into the middle. Tee off on these boys.
I like it.
I like to
Bring your lunch pail.
Cowboys, are you listening? We'd like to place an order for some physicality. We'd like to place an order for some teeth rattling, helmet shaking. Yeah, just go out there and
Can we get a double, please?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
extra
great.
cheese.
Thank you.
Extra cheese.
Extra cheese. Very nice. When we come back here on Talkin Cowboys, which one of those matchups, Kittle, Ayuk, Samuel, McCaffrey, is going to be the biggest key for the Cowboys to neutralize in order to get the win? We're going to talk about our matchups to watch when we come back right after the break here with more Talkin Cowboys.
When you build, you start with the foundation. And home ownership is a foundation of a stable future. The Bank of America Community Home Ownership Commitment has helped over 34,000 people lay the groundwork so far, with up to $10,000 towards your down payment or 3% of the purchase price, whichever is less. The satisfaction of owning your own place can become a reality. Visit bankofamerica.com/homeowner to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Lil Sweet! Did you get to work on time?
Yeah, but I just realized it's Sunday.
Lil Sweet says head on home. Dr. Pepper's on its way. So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you invest your nest egg in an NFT?
Yeah, and I don't even know what that is.
It's a non-fungible token. Everyone's on something that deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. It's not complicated.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Are you ready to take coffee off your grocery list forever? Black Rifle Coffee Club is here to help. As a coffee club member, you'll get your favorite coffees roasted, packaged, and shipped to your door free of charge on your preferred schedule. Set it, forget it, and never run low on coffee again. Members also get exclusive deals on coffee, products, and discounts from partner brands. Ease your mind and let Black Rifle worry about your coffee supply. Go to blackriflecoffee.com to join the coffee club today.
Back to Talkin' Cowboys.
Just steps away from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco, visit the Star District, your destination for excellent dining, premier shopping, and exciting events. You can visit thestardistrict.com for more information. Welcome back into Talkin' Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. You know what else you can experience at the Star?
What else?
How about the Cowboys pregame live?
Hey.
Oh, my.
Coming up on Sunday, 4 o'clock Central Time is when we get started. We will be out on the plaza, Tostitos Championship Plaza.
That's right.
Come out, have some fun with us. Bring the signs. Once again, if I see a Talkin' Cowboys sign, there was one out there last week.
It was your parents.
It was my parents. If we see a Talkin' Cowboys sign out there, it's going to be great.
Hey, y'all, bring your lawn chairs. This is one of the biggest screens in the DFW, y'all. That thing is nice and clear. I remember they replaced the panels around Christmas time.
Yes, they
Right
did.
before the Christmas show, they replaced the panels. So that
Cotton
thing is
4K.
4K Kyle Human. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
right
yeah.
down to TV. You understand me?
The K stands for Kyle.
Hey, and there's food here.
Yeah, there
Are
is.
there restaurants to go to?
There's a new place across the street. It's called Tricky Fish. I went for the first time the other day.
Was it tricky?
Ooh, it was good.
Their catfish.
Really good.
Their catfish is.
I'm not even I don't eat a ton of seafood in Dallas. Usually I have to be kind of close to the coast in order to eat seafood. I love seafood.
I'm a seafood elitist.
Exactly.
The way I was raised, yeah.
I went the other day just to try it. It's here. It's across the street.
Oh, it's
awesome. It was really good.
Nice, fresh.
That catfish
I was
slapping.
pleasantly surprised, but I'm also not surprised. But yeah, 4 o'clock. Get out there. We'll tell you about the watch party going into the final segment, so that way you can have all of the up-to-date information on that.
Would you ever go noodling?
The what?
Would you ever go noodling?
What is noodling?
What is that?
That's how they catch catfish sometimes.
Is that what it's called?
Like down there, yeah.
I may have already done it. I just didn't know what it was called. Where you put your hand in there?
You put your hand in the mud.
Yeah, I just call it mud fishing.
Yeah, it's noodling.
Oh,
You put your arm's a noodle, and they bite the noodle.
Yeah,
and
they
you pull
bite
it
it
out.
and you pull it.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Would you ever do that?
I did it way back
You
when.
would.
I would. Why not?
You would put your arm into a unseen hole in a little pond.
You know what? Let's move
say
forward.
it's dirty.
'cause,
I'm talking about fishing. Look at this. No, they're snapping turtles.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
They're snapping turtles.
Contextually speaking,
You gonna pull
I
back
don't think
a nut.
snapping turtles are in lakes and catfish are in lakes.
What?
Are there snapping turtles in lakes?
They're absolutely.
I know
in
there's
lakes.
actual turtles in lakes, but
Beamer.
snapping turtles?
Kyle's gonna come back next summer.
I feel
with
like
a
that's
nub.
just Salt Lake.
yeah, he's gonna be missing.
No, you're gonna be more than a pinky.
Yeah.
If a snapping turtle gets your hand, it's over.
Get the whole thing.
That's true.
All right, I didn't know there were freshwater snapping turtles.
Dude, they will tip
But
your
as it
whole arm
relates to,
I'm more of like an
catching
alligator
catfish,
gar guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll
don't
shoot
mess
that
with
an
them.
arrow.
Yeah, as it relates to catching catfish, I put my hand in an
Noodling.
unknown hole. As it relates to catching catfish. Otherwise, that's a no for me, boss.
Okay, so our matchups to watch this week. Who do you got, Isaiah? Who's got to have the winning matchup for the Cowboys to come out on top? Who's got to win their matchup?
Defensive line.
Okay.
The defensive line has to be dominant.
Anybody specific?
Not one guy. They have to play as a unit. One guy's not going to beat this thing. You need the whole unit to play in unison. You need all three rotations that you have to be just as dominant as the first one. And you have to live on their side of the ball. If you allow this offensive line to enforce their will, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a very long day. So
Where would you attack the offensive line?
internal.
That's what I was thinking too.
Internal. Blow up the middle.
Because their tackles are stout. Of course, Trent Williams might be the best tackle in football right
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Inside, they've got a rookie in Spencer Burford, UTSA product, or I think he's a second-year guy now. But young offensive guard, I think they're vulnerable on the inside. Do you agree with that, Pat?
I do agree with that. I mean, obviously you're going to try to get off on the edges, but that said, it's going to be challenging, even for Micah. And Micah being the generational talent that he is, we saw Laramie Tunsil. He struggled against Laramie Tunsil. And Trent Williams is arguably better than Laramie Tunsil. So this isn't to say that Trent is going to delete Micah, but it is to say the obvious, which is that's going to be the biggest battle that Micah has gone up against. So I'm also interested to see if they move Micah around because Micah wasn't stationary against the Buccaneers, which pleased me greatly.
You think they bring him in the interior, some stunts and some blitzes?
Let's do it because the middle of that offensive line is the tender spot for the San Francisco 49ers. So absolutely agree. My matchup to watch, we'll flip it, and it's the Cowboys offensive line versus the 49ers defensive line, and more specifically the left side. It's Tyler Smith, and like I said a couple episodes ago, sell out to stop Nick Bosa. Make someone else beat you on that 49ers defensive front. So if Jason Peters can't go, Tyler Smith pops back out to left tackle, theoretically speaking, and even with the strength that he has, it's not just strength on strength. Bosa is a technician who also goes speed to power, power to speed. So send help. Send help for the rookie. This isn't to say Tyler isn't capable, but based upon who he's going against, 18.5 sacks, it's not an accident. Yeah. Okay? Send help. Send a tight end to chip or just double up, whatever you need to do. But for me, it's the offensive line of the Cowboys. Connor McGovern, if he is the starting left guard, and Tyler Smith, if he's the starting left tackle, against that front. The right side, not so much worried about. I think...
You know what I'm worried about?
What are you worried about?
Tyler Biadasz. Did not have an amazing game.
Tell me why.
Did not have an amazing game.
He was first game back off a high.
I understand that. I mean, regardless, he's still...
Eric Armstead's good, but he's not Vita Vea.
Nobody's Vita Vea. I get nobody's Vita Vea.
Aaron Donald's Vita Vea.
Aaron Donald's a different version.
Aaron Donald's Aaron Donald. Yeah. Vita Vea is not Aaron Donald.
Fair enough. So, George Kittle, Travis Kelce? It's that exact conversation.
For the same reason as I talked about the defensive line, they're being able to be dominant. We need Tyler Biadasz to be dominant. I mean, you're not concerned about the right side because you got two vets over there.
Right.
And
that's where I was going with that.
Yeah, you feel pretty good about your left tackle, the young bull. But you need
on the left sides play together all year long. So you've got veterans right side, you've got continuity on left side.
But Tyler Biadasz has to do.
I agree with that. It's good news that Biadasz is not on the injury report. But no soreness or anything.
But Eric Armstead can wreck a game.
Yeah, he can.
He can wreck a game.
He's shown.
He's not Bosa. Okay, he has some other guys out there, but understanding who you have to get to in terms of the offensive line. Tyler Biadasz has to handle Eric Armstead, and then he has to work up to who? Yeah, that dude, Fred Warner. Yeah. Okay, he has to work up to that next guy.
I see what you're saying.
So he has to be dominant.
Not only does he have to win one battle,
he has to go up to the next level.
He's got to win two
almost. Battle. So and that's a guy who's going to come downhill and hit him. He's not going to sit back and wait.
Is there a way to scheme up Martin to get up there too?
Oh, I mean, those guys.
Warner's going to move around, but
those three interior linemen have to be dominant. So that's the point. If Tyler Biadasz is not having the game of his life, then he's going to affect how productive Zach Martin's going to be. If he's not having the game of his life, he's going to affect how dominant Connor McGovern's going to be because you work in continuity with your center. Yeah, it's all connected. That's why that unit has to be as one. Those guys work combo blocks. Hardly ever is he just going to be uncovered and be able to work up to the next level by himself. He's usually working with another one of the guys, McGovern or Martin, and they have to work together up to the next level. So if you don't take care of the first level, don't even talk about the second level. But either way, there has to be hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, driving these guys off the ball with a good pad level and moving them backwards. If you could do that, then guess what? Now you're in a position to control the clock. Bosa, run your butt around all day long. I don't care. Run around, okay? Right. And Warner, we're coming at you. Right. Okay, we're coming right down the middle of your defense. And if the Dallas offense can do that, their whole playbook is open. The entire playbook's open.
Agreed.
I'm less concerned about Bosa, more concerned about Armstead trying to control the middle of that offensive line.
I'm more concerned about Bosa. That's why I said sell out to stop him and force Armstead and those other guys to wreck the game. And in doing so, yes, you're looking at a guy like Connor McGovern, Tyler Biadasz, and you don't have to look at Zach. But you look at those two younger guys on the interior and you say, we're basically daring Armstead and those other guys to win consistently. We need you to not let them. Right? Because we know Bosa is going to be two handfuls. We know that. So we got to send help over there. We need you to handle everybody else and step up and have the best game of your career. But to Biadish's credit, he's had a very, very good year for the Cowboys. Yep. And I'm not going to excuse that he had a down game last week against the Buccaneers, but I am going to contextualize it and say it was against Vita Vea. It was in his first game back from suffering the high ankle sprain. Now this is his second game back. Eric Armstead can wreck a game, but he's not Vita Vea, neither in strength nor technique. So it's a more favorable matchup for Biadasz going into Sunday's matchup in San Francisco.
I'm also interested to see. Of course, my matchup is our secondary, the Cowboys secondary, against the 49ers weapons. How can you disrupt the timing? Can you get up and can you press?
Yeah, you have to get your hands on
Can you get hands on them?
You have to.
Will you get
They're
hands
too
on
good in
them?
space.
Because if you allow them any kind of step, any kind of head start, any kind of clean release, they're gonna beat you. Straight up separation. Speed wise, this team is so quick. You got to get physical with them on the outside. So that's my matchup. I want to see these corners, whether it's Izzy Mukuamu or Nashawn Wright or whoever is out there with Bland and Diggs. I want physicality for 4 quarters, and I want you to get up there and press them.
Gotta have it.
I would like to see that as well. I want to see hands tattooed on their chest because, to your point, and you saw yesterday in film, so many of their routes are 12 yards and underneath. So many. And they have so many different ways to run it. They have routes that are really 2 or 3 routes in one, right, depending on what the coverage is. So that's all going to be underneath concept. So you have to get up there and disrupt that. What else do? You allow your defensive line now to have more time to get back because Purdy's sitting on his back leg. If Purdy's sitting on his back leg, then hopefully he'll be sitting on his butt, on his backside, on the ground at some point in time. But if you back up and give these guys an opportunity, then they'll just pick you apart and work their way down the field. They'll hit shallow routes, they'll hit whip routes, they'll hit slant routes, they'll hit all those things. Come up there, take those things away, and make Purdy beat you by throwing a perfect ball. Right? You have the same opportunity to go up and get as their receivers. Make him throw a perfect ball, and that way you can have some opportunities for some knockdown passes or some interceptions.
They're just too good in space to allow them to operate freely in space prior to catching the ball. You can't have it because this is a team that is unlike any other in the league in that, well, with the exception of the Chiefs and how they scheme. But this is a team in San Francisco that lives, thrives, and will die off of yak. They can turn an underneath route into a home run ball. All you have to do is miss one tackle. And they have the playmakers that make it easy for you to miss that tackle. So you have to get up there and be physical and put hands on them and disrupt timing, which is also by default going to make it more difficult for your rookie quarterback who is really depending on that timing because he's not 4 or 5 years into this league. He's 7 starts in. So he's depending on that timing. When he backs up, okay, I'm confident that Debo is going to be at that spot. I'm going to go ahead and release that spot before the break because I'm confident there. But however, if Bland theoretically put hands on Debo at the line of scrimmage, disrupted that, and Purdy is already releasing that ball, well, guess what? That's an opportunity for a takeaway against a defense that leads the league in takeaways.
Dallas will have a tipped pass and will get an interception this game. The reason being, Purdy is not discouraged. They're used to seeing man-to-man. Oh, no. No.
We got to show this.
Somebody's quick.
We got to show this.
They're quick.
We got to show this. Finish your point, and then we're going to show this.
We're going to take our break, and then it's going to be coming back on the other side.
Mario,
that's
why'd you do it?
Mario from South Texas with the slam.
Wait until you see this.
Damn it.
Got it.
Let me get this point out before we go to break, because they're going to kill me on this. Brock Purdy in the 49ers offense, they're used to seeing man-to-man coverage. They're used to teams approaching them the way in which we're talking about, which is coming up being physical at the line of scrimmage, which is why they ran so many shallow routes, slant routes, one-step routes. He's not discouraged by somebody being right in the hip pocket of his receivers. Right? He actually does a pretty good job of putting the ball on the money within that 5 yards. So our guys are going to have to do a good job of staying in the hip pocket, but also getting their arms extended to be able to knock down some of these passes or tip them up. Because we know Kyle, tips and overthrows.
Got to get those. I hope they get a couple. Heading into
Oh, no. Yeah, you can't close this one. No, sir.
Go get you.
Go gadget arm to close the laptop. All right, let's take our second break. When we come back, we'll tell you about the watch party. We're going to tell you about what you should go look at on Twitter. And when we come back here on Talkin Cowboys.
The internet's so fast.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. It's not complicated.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Black Rifle Coffee Company serves premium coffee to people who love America. When you drink Black Rifle coffee, you are directly supporting veterans, law enforcement, and first responders in your community. Black Rifle's expert roasters love coffee almost as much as Texas loves football, so it makes sense that America's Coffee partnered with America's team. Go online at blackriflecoffee.com and fuel up with the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. That's blackriflecoffee.com to fuel up today.
Lil Sweet! Did you get to work on time?
Yeah, but I just realized it's Sunday.
Lil Sweet says head on home. Dr. Pepper's on its way. So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you invest your nest egg in an NFT?
Yeah, and I don't even know what that is. It's a non-fungible token.
Everyone's done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
Back to Talkin' Cowboys.
Get the ultimate fan experience for the ultimate Cowboys fan. Join Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, starting at just $20. Join now and get your fan pack, exclusive benefits, and a whole lot more. You can visit DallasCowboys.com/United for details and to join today. We've got Chris Beam, Patrick No-C Walker. I'm Kyle Yeomans. And for your viewing entertainment, for those watching Talking Cowboys
Mario.
on your camera, Patrick Walker.
Shouts out to Mario.
Look at noodling Isaiah stand back.
That is fantastic.
He's got a hand all the way inside that catfish. He's in a wetsuit that's muddy and gross. He's got the dreads flowing.
It's the glee for me. It's the glee.
Just how happy you look.
Yeah, it's not even just a smile. It's glee.
We need to put that on a T-shirt.
It's glee. This guy loves him
Shout out to Mario,
some noodling.
Man.
I tell you that,
Mario.
I tell you that. That guy's there. He clearly loves him some noodling. I tell you that right now.
We're going to be hitting the lakes this summer with Isaiah Standback.
Oh, that's so good.
So good. Well done.
Saved.
Don't you stick that arm in that arm.
Saved.
Both Patrick and I just retweeted it. So shout out to Mario in South Texas. Doing great work and quick on the trigger on that one.
Quick, man.
Save photo.
All right. It's time now to give a standings update in our Talking Cowboys pick'em.
Oh, after a week off?
I didn't get the standing update last week. So, all right.
I feel like I'm in third place right now.
Yeah, you might be. Kyle's in last, myself. 48 and 38. 10 games above 500, but I'm pretty much out of the running because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7 NFL games left. I'm out of the running. So I'm eliminated from contention. So is Patrick No-C Walker.
Well, that stinks.
49 and 37. So you're 1 game up on myself. You went 4-1 last week. Had a good week. The fans, they were leading 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Then Anthony in Miami came in here looking for some revenge. He was 1-5 just a couple weeks earlier. He went 2-4.
Oh.
And Isaiah closed the gap. Wow.
Anthony.
Geno Smith.
Isaiah took a commanding lead by 4 games. 4 games. But then he comes back last week, and Isaiah lost a couple games.
Yeah,
Abe in Las Vegas went 6-0.
Abe
in Las Vegas with a perfect week for the fans.
Wow.
So right now, as we stand, Isaiah has a 1-game lead. Woo! 57-29. The fans are 56 and 30.
Bring it.
So we want the fans to win this, right, Patrick?
Absolutely.
We're cheering for the fans. We're cheering for Cowboys Nation. We're all about the fans.
You better believe
so we've
it.
brought in a bit of a ringer this week.
Uh-huh.
We've brought in one of our good buddies.
Who's that?
This is Rob in Frisco.
Hey!
Rob, you're on Talkin Cowboys. The triumphant return of Rob Phillips, the Talkin Cowboys.
U.S. Cuba.
What's up, Rob?
Gentlemen.
How's it going, bud? How are you?
It's actually I'm on Pea Island right now, just hanging out,
Hey.
wearing my Tiger Milk shirt.
Hey!
Enjoying the show.
Scuba
And I know what to get Isaiah for Christmas. I'm going to frame that picture.
Yes. It's legendary.
Rob, tell the fans how you've been doing, what you've been up to recently.
I've been good. I've been I bought Sunday ticket, and I've been watching a lot of games on my fanny. And I feel good about these picks coming up. Although I got a lot to live up to. If Abe went undefeated last week, or undefeated,
Yeah, he did.
but I can catch Isaiah. Is that correct?
Yeah, you got to beat Isaiah.
So you can smoke him, Rob. You can smoke him.
This is big. I'm getting nervous right now.
No, you're good. This is a big week. It is.
nervous,
Because
Rob.
next week it's only 2 games, and then we'll pick the Super Bowl, and those don't count for anything more. So it's 7 games left.
go,
So
Rob.
you've got a chance to knock off Isaiah.
Bury him, Rob.
It's
Nobody
gonna be
makes me
fun.
bleed my own blood.
Bury him.
Nobody.
We're going to let Isaiah
Nobody.
go first on all of these. We're going to go to standings order, so you can't play defense. So that's how we're going to do it.
Exactly.
So we're going to start things off.
I want the ball, and we're going to score.
Yep, there you go. Jaguars on the road against the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. Who you got?
Chiefs.
Chiefs big. Patrick.
Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going to take Kansas City here as well. Rob.
Christian Kirk's my guy, but got to go Chiefs.
There
Young
you
team
go.
on the road, that's tough.
All right, now we've got an NFC East matchup Saturday, 8:50 or 7:15 Central Time. Giants on the road against the Eagles. If the Giants win, whoever wins Cowboys 49ers would be hosting the NFC title game. Isaiah, who you got? Do it. I dare you. Do it.
Give me Upset City.
Oh, he picked the Giants.
He did.
That's right.
Oh.
That's right.
Well, I mean, he did play for the Giants.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with
Nothing
them.
to do with
so-
nothing. I just feel good about
Is this-
Dable. When they say who,
Dable.
it's Dable versus talent.
Fair enough.
Okay. So the Giants. Rob, who you got?
This is where I'm going to try to catch you because you know what? You were on a team, Isaiah, with the Giants that was kind of that team, like that wild card team that came out of nowhere, and they kind of had that look last week. But if Hurts is as healthy as they think or kind of say he is, then give me the Eagles at home.
Okay. Eagles at home. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with the Giants.
That's right.
To get the upset. I think the Giants get it done on the road. I think the Eagles have that game off. They've got a little bit of ego about them.
Rust.
Yeah. They're going to have to knock it off, and the Giants are going to knock it straight off of that smirk. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Patrick.
No, see?
Oh,
It's a nice hat.
Rob.
It's a good hat.
Love you and miss you, brother.
Aw.
But I got to leave you on the island. Giants win this game.
Did we just go 3 or 4 against Rob? Wow.
Dabo remembers what happened with the butt whooping at MetLife Stadium earlier this year at the hands of the Eagles. He basically he didn't really give any effort in Week 18. That sets up for this. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in the same season. Dabo, like Isaiah said, he's hungry. He has the IQ. Eagles are cocky. They're rusty, and we don't know how healthy Jalen Hurts is. So, yeah, Giants are going into the link. They're going to take this.
Island.
All right, Bengals on the road against the Bills. This is going to be a match up. I'm a little sad we have to miss the back half of this game to do pregame just because how fun this one's going to be. Cincy, Buffalo. Isaiah?
I think Buffalo's just too strong.
You think so?
Yeah. I like Cincy, but Buffalo's strong.
I think they get that monkey off their back and finally get to the title game again. Yeah. Give me Buffalo to win it. Patrick?
Oh, my God. These two teams delete each other in so many ways.
I know.
And the weather doesn't matter either because the Bengals, it's Cincinnati. Right?
Frazier.
Buffalo's crowd carries them on the spirit of DeMar.
Yep.
So I think, Buffalo. A close one, but Buffalo.
Tough one. Rob, who you got?
I got the Bills. I think after I picked against them week 1, That was a big mistake, and I feel like all year I felt like they've got the highest ceiling in the league with that offense. If they don't turn it over, that's the only thing that really holds them back. And now they're playing for something larger than just football. Yeah. And I think that matters. I got them in the Super Bowl. I got them this game and then winning and going to the Super Bowl.
There you go. I like it. Making a little bold prediction here. Let's see how bold we can get for the divisional round matchup between two of the most decorated franchises in all of football. It's the Dallas Cowboys on the road as the 5 seed in the NFC up against the San Francisco 49ers. 5:30 Central Time kickoff on Fox as we get things ready to roll. A spot on the NFC Championship title game is on the line. Isaiah, Cowboys, 49ers, who you got?
Well, Kyle, I don't know how this gets done. I don't know what they're going to do to make it happen. But I do believe in my heart, in my soul, that the Dallas Cowboys are going to find a way to win this game. I don't know how it happens. They have to bust somebody in the mouth. But I'm going to go 21-17.
21-17 Cowboys
close
for
one.
Mr. Isaiah Stanback. All right, Rob, who you got? Cowboys, 49ers out in San Fran.
Like I said, I've watched a lot of football, and I feel like on paper the best team I've seen lately is the San Francisco 49ers. That being said, I don't have to be objective today. I can homer it up if I want to, and I'm going to do that. I want this for you guys. I want this for the fans out there. I'm sending positive vibes. I want everybody at the Star to experience an NFC title game, and I think they're capable of doing it. So I'm going to go Cowboys 28, 49ers 27.
Wow, 1 point game just by the skin of the teeth.
That's all you need.
Rob, if they win this week, are you clearing your schedule? You're going to come up here for the next 5 days, right?
For the next 5 days?
Yeah, like 9 a.m. Yeah,
PTO.
Yeah, just PTO. Just go ahead and knock them all out, and we can get you here Monday through Friday next week. Is that cool?
I will put in PTO requests, and they will probably get rejected, but I'll do my best.
Listen, before we let Rob go and finish these picks, Rob, you got to give me the rock finally. You got to give it to me. Come on. Finally. Yes!
The Rob has come back for one day.
Love you, bro.
Rob Phillips on the line, picking in favor of the fans this week. Rob, we miss you, buddy. We wish you the best. We can't wait to hear from you soon. And, we talk about you all the time. WWRD, baby. What would Rob do? We'll talk to you soon, man.
Yep. Love you guys. Nice to talk to you on the phone. We got the text chain going, but nice to talk to you on the phone and hopefully see you all in person soon.
Absolutely. Of course. Sounds good. Doors always open for Rob Phillips on the line this week.
Finally.
Man, I miss him. Yeah. That's our guy. All right. I'll tip a pick so that way you can go next. Okay. I think Dallas gets it done again. I think they get off to a hot start. I think San Francisco does close the gap this time.
You know what?
I actually think
second quarter.
I think it may. Actually, I think it's going to come in the third quarter. I think it's going to be a slight lead at halftime. Dallas on top. Third quarter, San Francisco actually takes the lead. I think Dallas wins it in the fourth, 27-23. They go down.
Money Maher.
Not a last-minute drive.
Money Maher.
Like a 5 or 6 minutes left in the game. They go down, and they score. Plenty of time left for San Francisco, and the defense gets a stop to win.
I like that.
You don't think Money Maher?
27-23.
Speaking of Maher,
well, there's a field goal in there.
I'll give this update, and then I'll use that to segue into my pick. Money Maher, obviously a very bad day at the office on Monday Night Football. Tristan Vizcaino was brought in on the practice squad, kind of a little bit of a kicking competition in the open portion of practice on Thursday, with wind that was gusting 20 miles an hour with a swirl. Vizcaino went 3 for 5, and vantage point was difficult to tell, but it was longer than a point after, so maybe 40-ish yards. Brett Maher went 6 for 6 in a swirling 20-mile-an-hour wind. Money Maher's back. King's back. That said, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard all week, you've heard all month, you've heard all season that the San Francisco 49ers are unbeatable, especially now. 11-game win streak, Cowboys might as well not show up. That's what you heard. You heard it last week against Tom Brady. Let me tell you what you should be hearing. You should be hearing footsteps because anyone that have you guys ever seen Dexter?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little
you know what Dexter does?
What does he do?
Dexter kills serial killers.
Oh, my.
Okay. So
just got violent.
The 49ers have been just murdering everyone in their path for the most part. For the most part. This is where the killer dies at the hands of another killer.
Miss Purdy.
The Cowboys, if they play mistake-free football, if they play their game like Micah Parsons said, and that we know they can, no one on this planet can beat this team except this team. Cowboys go into Levi's Stadium.
Levi's.
They jump out to a fast start. Shanahan makes adjustments. We have ourselves a ball game all the way down to the end. But in the end, the Dallas Cowboys win this game to march to their first NFC championship game since the 95 season. But it's going to be a nail-biter. Get your heart meds. Brett Maher wins this one 30-27.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I hope?
I love the script.
I hope that everybody gets off the bus for Dallas with Levi's on. In cowboy boots.
Not relaxed fit.
I don't even know if they're a sponsor, but whatever.
I don't freaking care.
I mean, there's the stadium.
They had that $50.
They have Luke
all
Casey
the
boots.
pressure is on the 49ers. Cowboys, go out there, play loose, man. Go out there with your boom box.
Yeah.
Let's get petty.
Let's get
petty.
real
Go out there
petty.
with your boom box. Play loose, play free, play violent. Get this win because everybody keeps saying you can't. And every time people say the Cowboys can't do something is exactly when they do it. You shock the world on Monday. Shock them again on Sunday.
Let's do it. We'll see you all out there at the Miller Lite House, AT&T Stadium for the watch party on Sunday. Cheer on the boys alongside the Cowboys cheerleaders and Rowdy enjoying $5 Miller Lites, lawn games, food trucks, and more. Gates open at 4 p.m., kickoff at 5:30. And out here at the Tostitos Championship Plaza, Cowboys pregame live show getting started at 4 p.m. But more importantly, we will be back on Monday.
We need the energy, people.
Bring the energy, Cowboys Nation. It is a big week. Lock in.
Let's go.
Time to go to work. Cowboys, 49ers, 4:30 Central Time on Fox Sunday afternoon. For Chris Beam, Isaiah Stanback, Patrick No-C Walker, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Go Cowboys. We'll see you on Monday.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?